I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it make me obese. I been pushing lyrics like a kingpin. And when today we got them.
Hey, how are you guys? I've missed you.
I'm drolled out.
Hey,
I'm drolled out. Shout out to Dro. Shout out to Dro. Dro Life.
I'm wearing blue light lenses.
They
today.
send me boxes of merchandise.
Our logo colors.
Yeah. I love Dro Life, man. It's comfortable.
You do love Dro Life. You wear it a lot.
I feel inspired when I wear it because it's what it stands for. You know what I mean? It's like an independent brand. And there's some street guys that try to do right.
I'm going to go online and see if I can buy a long sleeve t-shirt.
DTLR has plenty of clothes.
I love that you're going to support them.
Yeah, listen, go on there, go on Instagram.
I like to buy.
And they have shirts on Instagram. They have, which one? The one I know that you would love is probably the Pablo Escobar Super Mario Brothers, like inspired Nintendo-ish shirt.
Definitely.
They've got some really cool stuff. They got some yachting and boating stuff. Okay. I think you'd love it, bro. Follow them on Instagram, Joe Life.
So a really cool thing happened this morning.
Okay.
One of my old clients from Chicago called me at 6:45 in the morning. He got my phone number from his son, who's like music business adjacent. He does sports management and stuff. Yes. He was the guy that was the money behind Twista in the 90s.
Aha.
And it was I haven't talked to him in like 15 years or so. He was like my best friend, like just awesome motherfucker. And we got to really talk today. And it's amazing because he's the same person, just 20 years older,
right.
You know? It's really, really cool. But I got to see his perspective. Like, I'm kind of bitter from the way things went down with the whole Creators Way label out of Chicago because I helped build this amazing company that imploded because of the greed of a handful of people. And the people that imploded it were actually artists. They were producers, they were rappers, they were just like overly greedy. And I think I'm the most artist-friendly person in the world.
Right.
But I really don't understand when an artist doesn't see opportunity and up something that's like to their benefit. You know what I mean?
Their detriment.
Especially when they've got a team of people around them that they know are artist-friendly telling them, hey, this is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. I understand that you're feeling some kind of way, but you might be wrong in how you're feeling.
You know, ultimately, you can't control the outside sources that sit on these artists' shoulders.
And there's people that are like, that's their job, is to get in between artists and their situation to be like, man, I wouldn't have done that. Man, I would have asked for more money. I would have gotten you more money. I would have had you on Jimmy Fallon by now. I would have had you on the radio by now.
You can't control that.
You'd be a millionaire by now if I was working with you. No. It's because they're pitching themselves.
Right. And that's to the artist's detriment. But
exactly.
Most times those people get sold a dream because that's what they're in the market to buy.
Right.
And not having an understanding of value, not having an understanding of brand equity, not having an understanding of longevity of money,
not having an understanding of money,
financial literacy.
If there's somebody out there that's risking their life and their freedom to help you grow a career, and you're kind of on their contribution, like you're using it for what you can get out of it, that's really up.
That's 9 out of 10 artists.
Yeah.
That's 9 out of 10. I'm talking to you.
I'm sorry, I don't get that.
9 out of 10 of you. 9 out of 10 of you would never take your own money and not feed yourself, but you will take somebody else's money and feed yourself. I want you to think about that. And
squander it, not feed yourself. Well, my whole point in speaking, his name is Lucky. My whole point in this is how chill he is. Like, he's come to terms with it. He's gotten out of the music industry. He's actually in the racing industry. He loves racing cars, so that's what he's doing now.
That's a big lucrative industry now.
It is, and he's really happy. Like, he's always wanted to race.
He's way more happier.
Way more happy. But he's really kind of come to terms with what he's been through. And here I am, 20 years, I'm still mad at the people that took advantage of him. I'm still pissed off at how this,
Yeah,
I'm still upset
ham right now. Ham cheese sandwich.
And he's he's so at peace with it. And so he's just detached.
Because he's not in this industry. He's moved on. So he cut that as a loss.
Right.
This is an industry that you're still in, and you understand if these people
see it happening,
would not have undermined everything, the landscape of it could have all been different.
Yes.
this one
Yes.
thing could have shifted
Yes,
everything.
this company
an
could have
inch
been
to the left or to the right.
QC or
changed.
the bad boy or the death row
I'd be mad
of
too.
Chicago.
I was gonna say,
I'm still mad too at certain
I was
artists.
gonna say, I always try to solve problems, and when we have things like this that implodes, when we see things that implode, I always say, "Damn, how could we have solved that?" Or if I was there, how can I have solved that? But I've come to the realization that these people are doing it because they don't know no better, and I don't think that this is a like the implode. I don't think it's solvable. Meaning, like if you're saying, I wish we could have did it like this. I wish we could have did it like that. No, that didn't work because it wasn't supposed to work. So I'm kind of taking a couple steps back and saying,
I see what you're saying.
that wasn't supposed to work because it wasn't supposed to work.
It wasn't meant to be.
This is working because it's supposed to work. So that's in my brain. I'm over
So
here
is
like,
this working because the mindset is better and helping them get to the point where it should be? And this is not going to work because the mindset isn't there to have
salt
success?
and sugar both look alike. And if you cook with one versus the other, your meal won't come
It's
out right.
way
It
different
was
outcome.
the wrong ingredient. And
Yeah.
some
I
of
see what
these
you're saying.
artists are the wrong ingredient.
I like
see what
that.
you're
Some
saying.
of these
Okay.
guys are they're too pure of one saline or one alkaline or too much on one.
Yeah.
And the problem comes in where it's got to do with expectation. It's got to do with people, what they want and what they're willing to put in to get it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Most people are not, everybody isn't Kobe Bryant. Everybody isn't Coco Gauff. Everybody can't, if everybody were to commit to be them, then everybody would.
Got it.
But those are the people that committed. Coco Gauff went out there and did in the US Open what hasn't been done in 20 years because she made a choice to commit to that.
Right.
Yeah.
And these artists
And had
they're-
the skill set.
These artists refined.
It was a
the
good
skill
timing
set.
thing, too,
Yes.
She was not the player she is today. The day she picked up the racket, the DJ T. Lewis is not the DJ he is today. The day he picked up turntables and decided to pick up headphones. Lil Wayne isn't the artist. Jay-Z isn't the businessman he is today when he first decided to formulate Rockefeller. It doesn't happen on the first day. And the fact that you see these big, huge trees, because that's what a Jay-Z is in our community, in the hip hop community. He's a huge tree and he gives shade and he bears fruit for his community. You think that happened overnight?
No, definitely
Some of
not.
these trees had to endure destruction and fire and famine and drought and flood to flourish.
Can I also
a part of
say,
it.
in football, you can have a quarterback that play for the Atlanta Falcons and they can suck, but then they'll go to the Tennessee Titans
And be a star.
and be a star.
Ryan
And
Tannehill.
So what causes that?
Ryan
What?
Tannehill. It's the system that you're playing in with the players you're around, and I think sometimes it's what Kingpin said. It is the ingredients, and it's like what I said also too is kind of like we were all saying the same thing. The design and the infrastructure has to be perfect for it to work. And what we're doing right now with said artists, right? We're creating an infrastructure for
Right.
him, her, them.
Right.
And we're figuring out what works, what doesn't work. But once we figure out what works, everyone at this table is going to go balls to the wall.
Right.
Right.
And it's going to be on.
Right.
And we all know our positions at that. So I feel like we got to figure out the system that works per artist.
I think we're setting it up to where, and we talked about this, 40 episodes ago. Where act crazy if you want to. Once I get the songs and AI, I don't need you no more. And at some point in time, that's what when a player gets put on a team, or when a student comes in, they have to do orientation, or an employee gets hired, they have to do new employee orientation. They have to read the new employee handbook, and these are your expectations, and this is what happens. And I think some of that needs to be implemented in the entertainment industry.
I agree.
I
We
agree
need
with
more
that.
structure and
I
organization.
think that
They'll
if you
do
want to
it.
get signed,
'Cause we half-ass
this
a
is
lot
what
of
you
stuff.
have to do. And I think within
Yeah.
that comes in the social media requirements. So now when we have a client, it's no longer, hey man, you got to use Instagram. It's okay. We know you don't want to use Instagram. We know you're not going to use it the way you want to use it. So here's what we have. Here's a 55-page booklet for the next 2 months of everything you have to make every single day.
Right.
Now it's okay,
Right.
we've made that, but they're not reading it. Okay, cool. Here are the notifications that you're going to get on your phone to make you read this email that we had to set up. So are we enabling
Yes.
By trying to figure out
Yes, we do
everything that they have to do. And can we get mad? At that point, are we allowed to be like, you know what? I have shown you what to do.
You're still not doing it.
And you're still not doing it.
Now we're going to do it for you, and you get no room to complain.
And you get no money too at that point.
That's
But
fair.
Also
Or you
remember,
get penalized.
at jobs, it's training. You have to take courses. I mean,
That's called artist development, Rory.
It's called doing your job.
That's
doing your
called
job.
coming in and
it's called
learning
doing
how to
your job.
dance in the mirror and learning how to get on the treadmill and run and rap your song. So when you're running in front of 40,000 people at Madison Square, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
You have breath control.
Yeah.
You're able to work. You're able to do all of these different things, like understanding.
Why would you not want that for yourself? Why does somebody have to help
because they're
you
looking
with
at
that?
something that looks very easy, and they was like, "Yeah, I can do that."
Ah,
I don't
they're
know why that
misled.
happens.
Who
Okay.
wants to be uncomfortable? Hold on a second. There are
Well,
people,
nobody wants to be,
There
but
are people
that's
that go to
called growth.
practice because they have to,
Right.
and there are people that go to practice because they want to.
But also, there
I'm
are
following
athletes.
you.
There are also
I'm
athletes.
following you.
There are
The
also
people on my team,
Want to.
if I don't see you
growth.
sweating, if I don't see you dying on
Right.
the ground, you get thirsty when I get thirsty.
Right.
You get hungry. If
Nobody's phoning it
if
in.
not, bro, I don't want you
But
around
look,
me. I
right.
can't win with you, man.
Right.
and this is going to be exactly across the board. I feel like there are people, like, I can only do an athlete. There are athletes that have God-given talent that just will go out there and hoop, but they don't care.
You know why we use athlete? Because it's a team. And in the music
It's a
industry,
team.
you need a team, and there's a star player on every team.
Fact. So, it's there's an athlete on every team that's probably, man, I really want to do this rap comparison, but I'm gonna do the athlete. That just has the God-given talent to be the best player ever.
Right.
But they don't care because it's not. It's just whatever.
Right.
I never really even cared to do this. I'm just really good at
I'm
it.
good
and
at it, so
other
I'm doing
people
it.
told me I was good at it.
Right.
It's the same
So I
thing
fell
with the
into
music
it.
stuff. Like, it's people we're telling that person, oh my God, if you really sat down and really
Practice?
practiced,
Practice? Is that
paid
what we're talking
attention
about?
to the radio,
Practice? How
paid
many
attention to
championships did
making
practice win?
commercial music, if you really
Learned
that,
how the industry works.
learned how it
so
works,
that you can navigate it properly.
know your demographic, know
Drop it in
who's
the
streaming
comments.
music, know if it's more, realize that it's more women that pay attention to music that stream songs 10 times in a row over and over and over and over.
Right.
Know that TikTok is not the same as Instagram. Instagram is not the same as YouTube, and YouTube is not the same as Facebook. And you may blow up on Facebook, but you might be going slow motion on Instagram because you have to do something different on Instagram than you have to do on YouTube.
Right.
You should know these things. I
Right.
shouldn't have to tell you because I love this and you should love it too. Right.
I just recently sat down
You just became kingpin.
and showed somebody where their video had 7,988 views or whatever it was. And the video after that had 5,000 views. And the video after that had 3,000 views. And they were happy. They were proud. And then I took them over to where it says, earn, where you still 3,973 hours short
Right. Right.
in a 365 from that day backwards.
Right.
You still 3,000 hours short from being able to monetize your channel.
Yeah.
I like that you like those numbers at the bottom of the video. It tells me exactly what I have to offer you when I offer you a contract. It tells me exactly what I can get to give you because you don't want to be successful.
You want to look like you're successful.
You want to be popular.
Yes.
You want to be
And be
loved. You
loved.
want to look at daddy and say,
Loved.
hey, daddy, I'm using your trust fund money to pursuing my dream and it's working. Look at the likes on the bottom of my video. And you're failing because you've lied to yourself. All your father, all your mother, all your team, your aunts and your uncles, all they want you to do is give it your all. If you give it your all, you will be successful. But you're not giving it your all. Instead, you want everybody else to give you their all. And you want to do as little as possible so that you could blame everybody else for your position. And that day has come and gone.
Yeah.
We are in the era of accountability.
Yeah.
And that's why they want to know what your phone number is when you sign up for these apps. And they want your picture. And if you want to be verified, They want your name and they want your address and they want your bank account because you got to pay for that blue check verification every month. Because now I want to see what it is that you're willing to put out. Now that I know, you have to stand on it. You got to stand on your social media post now.
Yeah.
Can't say it wasn't you. Can't say you got hacked. That's why you pay $14 so you can have the triple security enhancement. And if you get hacked, they'll get it right back for you. That's why you pay $14. So you can't get on there and spew ignorance and hatred and negativity. You can't be the source of it no more. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
They're trying to weed it out and get to the root of the problem. And artist, when you weed out and you get to the root of the problem, that it's your expectation, it's your ego. You're so talented that you think somebody has to do it for you. Instead of understanding that you're so talented, you should want to do it for yourself.
Exactly. I got excited last night. I was talking to a female rapper from Oakland, and she is about to put out an EP.
Who? Can you say her name?
I don't think I remember her name.
Okay.
Tan.
Okay. I thought it was like Kamaya or some shit like that. Or, you know, I was going to go crazy. I was like, okay,
She's brand new. She's brand new.
Okay.
And she's adorable. She's charismatic. She's like everything that you want in an artist, right? And she was outlining to me exactly the 5 songs that she's going to put on her EP, and she had thought it through, and it's a marketing plan. Like, she came to me with everything, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And I'm thinking to myself, please have the money, please have the money, please. And then the last thing she mentioned was, and I have the money to do this. And I got so excited because not only is she willing to put in the work, but she's already started filming all the videos that tell the story.
And can I clarify?
It's amazing.
And I'm not trying to speak for you, but please have the money not to pay you, but to execute your vision.
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
so let's say that. It's because y'all think that we're the ones stopping you from being successful.
No,
you don't
she's
have
not
enough
trying to
money
give me
to
money.
pay me.
This wasn't
if I
about
wanna help
hiring
you,
me. This was
you should
about
have the money to help yourself.
Yes, this was about her doing this herself. This was about her having a plan, and all she's missing is who to spend it with. And I'm happy to give her that.
You're gonna
because
have
she's
to
got
spend
a whole
some money
plan.
to make some money.
Yes.
Could you imagine saying, hey, I want you to listen to this first record because there's a plan for the next 4.
Yes.
That conversation is different for a Wendy Day that deals in longevity.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a person that has a track record for delivering long-term winners, that conversation is different. That arsenal of information, that power of that leverage is different for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then, I got an artist with a record right now. If you've, Rari, and I'm sure Rari, this is the best person to ask for this question. How many times, or let me walk the dog back in the park. Is it safe to say that you ask every artist in an interview, what's next?
Yep.
The number one question that you're going to be asked in every radio interview,
what's next? Even before you put out this album, they want to know what's next.
What's next?
Yes.
And I always
if all you have is one record,
sometimes,
and if there's no what's next, why do you want to go sit on somebody's podcast? Why do you want to go sit on somebody's couch? What do you want? Why do you want to go jump off the porch? Why do you want to go sit down with Ugly Money? Why do you, if there's nothing to talk about?
Right.
If there's no what's next, better yet, what do you do after you jump off the porch?
Right.
Is there a plan with what you're going to do with those videos? Are you going to record a Chapman from the basement and saying, hey, OG, I'm going to drop my record on this day. I want you to drop the video on this day. Because after that one, I'm dropping the Dirty Glove Bastard. Then after that one, I'm dropping the Progress Report. Then after that one, I'm coming down the Ugly Money and each. Then after that one, I'm doing the Core DJs conference call. Then after that one, I'm doing the Nerve DJs conference call. Then it makes sense. Now it seems like somebody is helping you connect the puzzle. And anybody in the music industry that can connect pieces wants to be a part of that.
Yep.
Correct.
Because that's a winning recipe.
Correct.
I'm going to keep staying in business, bro. Yeah, bring that business over here. Let's go spend it and give this to these guys over here and make sure, because we've mastered who not to give money to.
Right. Right.
We've given money to everybody. We've mastered who not to give it to.
Exactly.
And I think when an artist comes to you.
I was so excited. Her name is Tan the God, by the way. Tan the God.
Tan the God, you're
and keep the blonde hair, baby.
5 steps in the right direction.
Yes.
Because proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
There we go.
That's all I'm saying. An artist left a comment on the cheat code and said, I'm going to start doing this because my record drops next month. I told him, you're already winning. You're already winning. Your record is uploaded. It's already uploaded 30 days before it drops. You're winning. You've beat 90% of the artists around you.
Yes.
Now you follow through with that. Get your Spotify URI. Update your profile banner. Make it your select. Make
Pitch
it your
it to the
selection.
playlist.
Pitch
Yeah.
it to the editorial playlist. If it's available for you to pitch on Spotify,
Start shooting content.
it's available for you to pitch on
What
Have it
content?
Amazon.
ready. Have to
Have a
have
plan.
5 pieces of content
Hey.
shot.
What a plan.
We
By
want
the
the
time
in
it comes
studio.
out, oh my God.
We want the lyric video. We want the I'm thinking about it. We want the behind the songs. We want the behind the scene of the behind the scene.
Yeah.
If you have to think about what to do with your record, stop making music.
Yeah.
Stop making music.
It's fun when you do it correctly.
Yeah. Really fun
Cheat code.
Cheetah Kodai.
and expensive as hell.